Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Yoga with Julia. Here we focus on a WHIM, W-H-I-M. That's wellness, happiness, inspiration and motivation. So I hope you can find some of all of those to improve your life. Before we go any further, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. This helps YouTube know what you like and helps me to promote my channel as well. Thank you. This is Lucy, and today we're going to be doing a session of Yogilates, which is yoga and Pilates combined to get the benefits of both. We're going to start off with a breathing exercise, which I like to call the candle breath. If you imagine that you inhale, hold your breath, and then as you're exhaling, it's a bit like if you were blowing out a candle on a birthday cake. So you purse your lips and exhale through your lips that way. Okay, so you can sit up with a nice straight spine, lengthening up. Just bring your attention into the room, letting go of everything else that's going on in your life at the moment. Close your eyes if you like, and let's begin. So inhale, hold your breath for a count of 4, and exhale for a count of 8. Again, inhale for a count of 4, hold, and exhale. Now carry on counting at your own pace. Take one more long inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, allowing your head to drop down gently into your chest and your eyes open. Then as you roll your head around a couple of times in one direction gently, keeping the breath nice and deep and smooth. And then roll your head the other way. One more time. And then as you inhale, bring your head and shoulders up and back, big shoulder circle. Exhale, down and forwards. Inhale again, up and back. Exhale, down and forwards. And this time bring your arms up overhead as you inhale, reach. And exhale, hands all the way behind you. And then we're going to bring ourselves over onto hands and knees. Have your fingers spread wide, pressing into the mat, tummy in. And we're going to flow through some cat and wolf. So inhale as you look up, lifting the hips. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, looking up, hips up, chest lifts. Exhale into that cat cow. And again, inhale as you look up. Exhale, round the spine. One more time, looking up, inhale. This time as you exhale, bring your right knee in towards your face. And then sweep it back, foot to the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze the knee in towards the face. And inhale, sweep that leg back as you look up. Again, bring it in. And sweep it back, holding it up there. Maybe reach back with the opposite hand, grab the foot and lift it towards the ceiling if you can. And then stretch that arm and leg out long, lengthening. Bring the knee to the opposite elbow and then reach them out long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach it out. And again, bring it in. Knee to elbow. Stretch it out long. Bring the hand down, and then you're going to take the foot over to one side, looking back, lift the leg up really high and bring it around the other side. So again, lifting up, take it over to one side, nice high long leg, and bring it over the other way. That's it. And one more time, take it across and then over the other way, back to the center. Back to hands and knees, take it back into a child's pose, arms reach out in front, take a breath. Bring yourself up now onto hands and knees, hands directly underneath your shoulders. And then you're going to inhale again into that wolf and exhale into cat, round the spine. Inhale wolf, looking up, and exhale cat. And one more time. Inhale wolf, look up. Exhale round the spine into the cat. Looking up this time, lift your foot to the ceiling. Bring the knee in towards your face. It's your opposite leg now. So reaching it up, squeeze it in. And one more time. Lift, exhale, knee in towards your face. Take that leg up now, holding it. Perhaps you can grab the foot with the opposite hand, lift it up towards the ceiling, gaze up if you can, and then stretch the arm and leg out in the opposite direction, front and back. Exhale as you bring the knee to the elbow. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Again, exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach it out nice and long. Bring your hand down and bring the foot across. Tap the toe one side, leg nice and high, tap it the other side. So lift it, look behind, tap one side and then the other. Leg stays nice and long as you're doing this. Bring it to one side and the other. And then back to the center. Come onto hands and knees and again take yourself back into that child pose. Hips towards the heels. And take a breath. From here, walk your hands back and ease yourself up to kneeling. Take one leg out to the side and then you can reach down with the same hand as the leg is outstretched. Other arm all the way overhead, following the fingertips with your eyes. Enjoy this lovely stretch. And then lower the hips down here. And we'll take it to a side bend on the other side. And then we're going to walk our hands in front, slide that leg around and your other leg back, and we're going to ease ourselves into a pigeon. So your foot can be anywhere from underneath the back of you to right out here, depending on your flexibility. Slide your leg behind you out, and you should feel it in the hip of the leg that's bent. Make sure your hip bones stay parallel. Look up here now, inhale. And then as you exhale, come down one hand at a time. Let your head rest down. And just relax into this pigeon pose. It's one of the best hip stretches that I know. And ease up very gently, bringing yourself back around to kneeling. And ease yourself up, and we'll do the other side. So the other leg out, reach up overhead, inhale, exhale, slide into this gate pose. Gaze up to the ceiling. And then lower your hip down. Hand to the side and take the other arm up. Stretch over to a nice side stretch. And then lower the hand beside the other one. Slide your foot around, again at an angle. Sliding the back leg back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come down into your pigeon stretch on the other side. The more you can relax into it, the more you can get a deep stretch. And then you're going to ease out of this. Bring yourself onto hands and knees, and then tucking your toes under, press the hips up towards the ceiling into a downward facing dog, and pedal through the feet, pressing down one heel and then the other. And then both heels, really lengthen, push back and up with your hips. From here, walk your feet up to your hands, hold onto your elbows and hang down, hips up to the ceiling. You might even like to rock very gently side to side a few times. And then slowly roll up one vertebra at a time, all the way to standing, rolling the shoulders back and down, and hands to the heart center. Let's inhale now and reach up overhead, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stretch forwards, look up. Hands can be on your shins or on the floor, and then hands down flat. Walk yourself back into a nice flat plank. Come to your knees if you like, or else stay in that full plank and lower elbows brush close against your body. Bring your feet flat and press up into a cobra, lifting through your chest. Tuck the toes under now, press your hips towards the ceiling and walk your feet in a little closer towards your hands. Press into that downward facing dog. Head relaxes, breathe. Look forwards and then step one foot forward and the other to meet it. Look up, inhale, hands can be on your shins or on the floor. Exhale, forward fold, and then come up with a nice flat back, reaching the arms overhead, and then bring your hands down to the heart center. Let's go again. So inhale, reach out and up, lengthen. Exhale, flat back as you come to a forward fold. Look up and lengthen as you inhale. Exhale, hands come flat and walk yourself back into that plank. Inhale and then exhale, lower down. Remember, you can come to your knees if you like. Feet come flat, press into a cobra, looking up towards the ceiling. Tuck your toes under, press back into a downward facing dog. Walk your feet a little closer towards your hands so you can really press into the pose. Lengthen, dipping the chest in towards the ground. Breathe. And then look forwards. Step the other foot forward and both feet forward. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Come up with a flat back. Arms reach out to the sides and up overhead. And then hands back down to the heart center. From here, we're going to do some side bends. So reach the arms up overhead, palms pressing together. Inhale, exhale, lean over to your left. Let your head rest on that arm. Hip could go slightly to the right. And then bring yourself up, keeping the chest lifted, bend down into a chair pose. Just glance down for a moment. Make sure your knees are behind your toes. You're sitting way back. Pull the arms back. And then hands come down and hook that right elbow on the outside of your left knee. Try not to let that knee slide away from the other and press into a chair twist. Looking up towards the ceiling if you can. And then come back to the center into that chair and reach all the way up overhead. Inhale and exhale, lean over to your right this time. Hip can go a little to the left. Sink into it. And then coming back up. Inhale, lengthen. Keep that length as you sink in the exhale down into your chair. Pulling that arm back. And then hands come down in front of you. Hook your left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Again, don't let that knee slide away from the other. Press into that chair twist. Looking up towards the ceiling. And come back to the center. Reach up all the way. Inhale. And exhale. And come back up again to the front of the mat. We're going to work our way down to the floor. So hands at the heart center. Inhale, reach overhead, lengthen. Keep all that length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, hands flat. Walk yourself back into a nice straight plank. Inhale here, and then take one leg to the side, tapping out the foot, and the other one to the other side. So keep yourself in a nice straight plank here. Don't let the hips ride up. Just taking one leg at a time, tapping one toe to the side, and then the other. Keeping the control in the core. Last one each side now, and then lower yourself down slowly onto the mat, working on strength. Bring your feet flat and take your arms behind you, palms facing the ceiling. Now squeeze the shoulder blades, lift through the chest, but lengthen out through the crown of the head. See if you can bring your feet up as well, stretching out, and then bring the arms to the sides and around to the front, stretching long. Take them back to the sides, and then clasp your hands behind you and pull up, lift, hold it here and release down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press the hips back to your heels. Child pose. Let your head rest down and take a breath. Ease yourself gently up onto your knees. Press your hips forward and let yourself drop back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. If you want an alternative a little bit more difficult, try tucking your toes under and reaching back one arm at a time, or even both if you prefer. And for an even more advanced version, if you're quite bendy, try bringing your feet flat. Now you've got further to reach back to. Go back one hand at a time, push the hips forward, squeeze the shoulder blades, and let the head drop back. Ease yourself up slowly, coming onto hands and knees, and then press up into a cat curl, and just push into any area of the spine that feels a little bit tight, easing it out before bringing yourself into that child's pose again and taking a couple of breaths here. And then ease yourself back up again and bring yourself over to sitting. Bring your legs apart, just not too wide. So we're going to do some Pilates and yoga variations here. The first one is Pilates and it's called the saw. Body nice and tall. You're going to bring your arms out but still in your peripheral vision. Inhale here, and as you exhale, you're going to turn around as if you're sawing off your little toe. You're going to go 3, 2, 1. Come back to the center, take it over to the other side. So 3, 2, 1. And basically just keep going with that. Side to side, nice and smoothly. If you can't reach so far down, don't worry, just go as far as feels comfortable for you. Your flexibility will grow in increments. Let's do one more each side. Well done. And now turn to face your left leg. And we're going to inhale and lift up through the chest. So this is the yoga version. Now we're going to stretch forwards as if you're going to bring your chest onto your foot. Walk yourself out. Perhaps you can grab hold of your leg somewhere. If you're more flexible, maybe around your foot. Have your feet flexed towards you. So inhale, really stretch the chest towards the legs. And then as you exhale, let your upper body round over without forcing the back of your head or your neck. So you could be up here or you could be flat against the leg. It just depends on your own flexibility. Wherever it is fine. But even if you're up here, don't go forcing or pulling and injuring the back of your neck. So just nice lengthening out. Relax into it. And then walk yourself up. and turn around to face your right leg. So the same thing, you're arching the spine a bit like when we did that wolf earlier as opposed to the cat. Inhale, exhale, bring the chest forward, walk your hands, grab your leg or your foot. Inhale again, really stretch that chest towards the foot, and exhale, let yourself round over the leg and relax into it. And gently walk up, and we'll do the middle, which I always think is a bit harder. So the same thing, you're trying to get that tilt, that wolf tilt, as opposed to the cat tilt. You might find it helps to sit on a cushion or a little yoga block for this, if that helps to tip the hips forward a little bit. It's the same thing, you arch the spine, inhale, and exhale, walk yourself forward. Maybe your hands are on the floor, maybe you can get your elbows on the floor, maybe you can get your whole body flat out. Just do what works for you, easy into it, very gently, stopping where it feels like enough. So you can walk your hands right out if that feels right for you. You might even like to hold onto your feet if that works. And again, ease yourself up very slowly. Well done. We're going to come over onto our backs now and work our abdominals through some bicycles. So have your hands behind your head, elbows within your peripheral vision, tummy in nice and tightly, bring your legs up. And then we're going to bicycle. So you bring your elbow to your opposite knee and the other leg stretches out. If you're strong enough, have the outstretched leg just slightly above the mat. If it's too much for you to do it this way, then don't take the leg quite so low. Keep the back pressed down into the mat. It doesn't have to be totally flat, but you don't want the spine arching up and losing the control in the abdominals. Nice smooth motion. Inhale and then exhale as you go to each knee. And then hug your knees into your chest and let yourself rock gently side to side, easing out your back. And bring your feet down, knees still bent, hips close to your feet. Tuck your tailbone under and press the hips up to the ceiling into a bridge pose. Weight on your feet and your shoulders, hips nice and high. Bring your weight onto your left leg now and then take that right leg and stretch the foot up towards the ceiling. Inhale here, reach high, and then as you exhale, lower that right leg till the heel touches the mat. Scoop the foot in towards you. In a big circle, take that leg back up towards the ceiling. So you're doing the biggest circles you can with that raised leg. Keep the hip pressed up nice and high. You can really feel, especially that left buttock, working hard to support you. So keep that going like a one-legged bicycle, big circles with that right foot. Keep it going. I know it's tough. You can do it. One more big circle now with that foot. That's it. Stretch the foot up to the ceiling and then bring it across the left thigh, opening the knee to the side. Slowly lower that hip down onto the mat. Well done. You can press that right knee out to the side with your right hand if you like, or maybe reach around the left thigh, lie back and gently hug the thigh in towards you for a lovely hip stretch. Keep that one leg over the other as you lower your left foot down to the mat, arms out to the side, and then just let your legs drop over to the left, taking the gaze to the right into a lovely twist. Your right foot may or may not come to the mat. And then bring yourself back onto your back, uncross your legs, and we'll do the same on the other side. So maybe walk your feet a little closer to your hips before tucking the tailbone under again and push up into that bridge pose. nice and high. Bring your weight onto your right leg this time, and then you're going to send that left leg up towards the ceiling, nice and high. Keep pressing the right foot into the mat. Keep the leg straight as you lower that left leg down and scoop it in towards you. So big circles. Take the leg down till the heel touches the mat, scoop along with your toes towards the body, and lift the leg back up again. That's it, just keep it going nice and smoothly. The other foot pressing into the mat. Inhale as you reach the foot high. Exhale as you take the leg down and scoop the foot in towards your body. And then bring your left foot across your right thigh, opening the knee to the side before lowering the hips to the mat. You can press the left knee out to the side with your left hand. And if you want a slightly deeper stretch, you might like to reach around the right thigh, lie back and hug the leg in towards your body. Now, without taking the left foot off the thigh, release your right thigh with your hands, bring them out to the side, and then let your legs drop over to the right. Look over towards your left hand. So you're in a lovely twist here. That left foot may or may not come to the mat. Just do what feels right for your body today. And then ease yourself back onto your back, hug the knees into the chest and let yourself again rock side to side like having a little back massage. Rock your hands under your hips now, one at a time, and then send both legs up to the ceiling. Turn your hips very slightly out, reach the legs long, and then take your right leg down, left leg stays pointing up, and switch them over. So it's like scissors, back and forth. One leg lowers while the other one stretches up, keeping the legs nice and straight. Make sure you keep the control in the abdominals so that your back doesn't arch up. If you like, you can try doing it 2 legs at a time as well. This is a bit more challenging. You don't need to bring your legs down quite as low as I am here, but just as low as you can while still keeping that control. Smooth motion, whether you're doing one leg or both. And then release your hands again, bend your knees and hug them in. Rock gently side to side, easing out the back. Hug your right knee now into your chest, stretching out the left leg. And then bringing the left hand on the outside of that knee, press the leg over to your left, taking the gaze to the right for a lovely twist. Take some deep breaths. And then ease onto your back again, hugging that knee into your chest. And walk your hand up that right leg, stretching it long. Inhale here. And as you exhale, bring your head and chest up towards the leg. The other leg stretched out along the floor. And then hug both knees into your chest and rock side to side. And then we'll do the other side. So hug your left knee in, stretch the right leg out along the floor. Right hand comes to the outside of that leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, press the knee over to the right and look over towards your left hand. You can close your eyes if you like. This is our final pose before we come to shavasana. So hug that knee back into your chest. Walk your hand up the leg, stretching it long. Inhale, exhale, bring your head and chest up towards that left leg. And release back down again. Hug the left knee in. Bring the right leg up and let yourself rock side to side one more time. And then gently ease your legs down. Make yourself very comfortable on the floor, adjusting your back and your arms. Let your legs stretch out and your feet flop apart. Palms face the ceiling. Eyes gently closed. Relax every muscle in the body. And just let go.